Most Nigerians in Nigeria see Nigerians abroad as people that have made it in life. Where's the lie? The country is so frustrating that many believe that there is nothing to miss about Nigeria when one relocates from the country. We all understand this. But that leads to this question. Is that true? And the best way to find out this answer is by asking Nigerians abroad, which I did. You see, I sent a questionnaire asking them 3 questions. The first was that, is there anything they missed about their home country? The next was, if they did, they should name 3 top things that they miss about the country. And the third was, if they ever consider permanently relocating back to the country from where they currently are. I further asked them what will make them return. So in today's video, I'm going to share the answers with you. And I must confess ahead of time that the results are not what you expect. So let's just start today's video sharp. For the first question, which was whether they miss home, 100% of them, all of them, say they miss home. If you had watched the earlier video, it was more of, I think, 79 and 21%. 79% of users responded, said that they will miss home when they relocate, and 21% said they wouldn't. But here, everybody that had relocated that answered this question agreed that they miss home, they miss Nigeria. So for other people that are in foreign countries, do you miss your home? Let me know in the comment section below. It's okay for you not to miss your home. You must not go with the number here. It's still very okay. So the next question I asked was, they should list the top 3 things that they miss, and 80% of those that responded listed 2 things as they missed. The first one is family and friends. Yeah, you would miss family and friends, because even if you're relocating with some family members, there's still some family members that you're going to leave at home and you would miss them. Then the next was the food, which somehow rhymes with the other questionnaire about Nigerians that want to relocate. Most of them said they were going to miss the food. So yes, you would miss the food when you leave. If you think you're not going to miss food, by the time you japa, you will really miss food. I remember there's a friend that said the first time he was traveling back to Nigeria, he said the first thing that he's going to do when he lands in Nigeria is that first, he will go to Mama Put place to eat food, because he misses that kind of food. Mama Put is like a local restaurant. It's not like all these fancy restaurants. Those are local restaurants. You go there to eat first, to have that taste. Then the second place he will go to, he wants to go and eat party rice. And I think it's the same for me too. If I happen to go back to Nigeria, seriously, I want to eat party rice too. For Mama Put, I really don't know, because I have a very sensitive and selective stomach, so I wouldn't want any issue for myself. The next highest number, which was 40%, said that they miss the weather of Nigeria. Yes, this is where you've grown, you are accustomed to it. By the time you move to other places, the weather might be too extreme for you, which is okay. For most of us, I've never experienced snow. The first day I experienced snow, everybody is going to know. I will enjoy it first before the cold chases me away. So yeah, the weather at home is something that people miss. No matter how good or bad the weather is for you at home, by the time you leave, you're likely to miss it too. Then 30% said that they miss the feeling of knowing that you are home. Yes, that home feeling. You are not feeling like a foreigner. You're not feeling like an outcast. Home is home. So yeah, it's something you miss. In the course of running away, just know that you will miss home. You miss that feeling of you belong here, and there's nothing that beats that. No matter what, there's nothing that beats that. So understand this feeling properly. Another 30% say that they miss the community, the Nigerian community. And yeah, Nigerians, we are our blessings and our curse. We are the life of the party. At the same time, again, you don't want the Nigerian on your matter. So yeah, 30% say they miss the Nigerian community, which cannot really be replicated elsewhere, except you're in the UK. Then the last list for things people miss was 10% say they miss the friendliness and the hospitality of home. Where I stay, the people are very, very friendly and hospitable. I've done a video about that. whatever it is, yeah, there are places that the people are still friendly. There are places that aren't. And these are the challenges that come with relocating. And you just have to accept it the way it is. And the next question I asked was, do they consider relocating back to Nigeria later in the future? And truly, I was shocked by the answer. 50%, half of those that responded, answered yes. It was surprising to me because most people that want to Japan want to live for life. But half of those that responded to this question are considering coming back. And I am one of them too. Rarely answer, but I'm one of them. It's an option for me. Later in the future, I want to go back and spend the rest of my life in Nigeria. So yes, as much as Nigeria is paying plenty people, there are still people that have relocated that are still considering coming back and they are planning towards it, which is still okay. And then 40%, nearly about the same amount, said no, they're not planning to come back. I won't understand. Some places are better than home. There are some benefits you enjoy that you wouldn't get them in Nigeria per se. But I'm sure that this 40%, if things were to improve in Nigeria, the number is going to significantly reduce. We want to come back home. It's because of the state of the nation that many are not considering coming back. And 10% were undecided about whether they wanted to come back or not. So it depends on the future, what the future holds. So I wanted to read some of the reasons behind the people deciding whether they were going to come back or not. I just picked a few. And the first one said, I won't be returning permanently. We'll only visit regularly when there's peace and stability in the country. We pray for peace and stability. Things have been bad. Many of us, even after we relocated, we realized that the bad became worse. So we really hope and pray that things eventually get better. The person continues, having seen that life is so much easier in the developed world, it will be very difficult for me to return. Yeah, who wants to suffer? Oh yeah, get it. It's really sad, but it's the reality of how things are in Nigeria. And then the next person answered and said, well, yes, maybe at old age I will return. Yeah, and I understand. You know, most times in developed countries, as you get old, you're being sent to old people's home, unlike in Nigeria and Africa, that you can still remain at home with families and friends taking care of you. So you're surrounded by people you know and love, and people that love you back, which is better for you compared to being kept in old people's home that you just know your fellow inmates, in quote, and the hospital staff. I am in no way downplaying the significance of these people that are working there, but you get the gist. And the other person replied, we'll surely return when my country gets a little better. A little better. The person is not even giving much, just improve a little bit and the person is going to return. Another person replied, yes, to raise my children and start a business. So this person prefers Nigeria to raise his or her children and start a business. So there are some things that the person had seen that the person prefers Nigeria. Then another replied, yes, to contribute in building a better Nigeria. Now it's about survival. So the person is waiting, has gone first to survive and then grow in such a way that he or she can build a better Nigeria. Come back. Wow, that's patriotic and that's quite noble. I really commend this kind of answer. And the other reason is see family and friends, the weather and the food. The person misses those things. So these things are contributing to them relocating back. This other person, it was a clear no. And another person said, yes, severally, I need good capital to return. So the person is trying to save capital and then return to start whatever he or she wants to start to continue to grow and take care of him or herself. And the second to the last statement we're going to read is, earlier when I relocated, I did, as the person considered relocating back to Nigeria. But seeing how the situation is back home and the wishes of my parents to settle down where I am, I have forgone ever permanently returning. The person mentioned permanently returning. And that means the person will still visit. Yeah. So in as much as things look bleak, the person is still open to visiting the country, visiting Nigeria, but permanently returning is not okay for the person for now. Then the person continues, unless the unemployment, economy, and the terrorism issues have been fixed, that would not be happening anytime soon. So the person is not even optimistic that these issues are going to be fixed, and hence why he or she thinks that returning back is not really feasible for now, which we get because things are actually getting worse as the days pass. And the last statement I'm going to read here, because definitely I cannot read all of them, said, no. After living in two different countries, I find it difficult to permanently return home. Definitely the person is enjoying whichever country they had relocated to. So that's all. These people give the answers. I'm throwing the questions to you people that are abroad. You've left your country. You can answer these questions. The first is there anything you've missed about home? The second thing is the top three things you've missed about home. And the last question is that what are the reasons that will make you relocate back if you intend relocating back to your country, your home country? Or what are the things that will make you not to relocate? Let me know in the comment section below.